The Comedy Store would like you to know that the views and opinions expressed on this podcast are strictly those of the speakers or authors and do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by the Comedy Store and its affiliates.
But we were just talking. You said you showcased in '98.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was telling her that when the Comedy Store was up, when it was down, when it was lukewarm, when it was hot again, and now it's hot again. You guys were the only one that stood here through the whole time.
We were here through.
You were
all
in that
bullshit.
video when Joe Rogan and Carlos Mencia had a.
Oh yeah.
You were in the last video imitating Argus Helmutin outside.
Yep. That was my claim to
He's
fame
on
for
somewhere.
years.
He's around here somewhere.
And
right
people
now
are always
performing.
like, so I watched that Joe Rogan video, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Yeah, at the end when I'm like, yeah, I get it. And the great part about it is that it's a video of Joe Rogan confronting Carlos Mencia about stealing jokes.
Oh, God, yeah.
And then the video closes with me
you.
stealing Argus Hamilton jokes. Just straight stealing his act. But
Perfect.
what are you going to do?
That's how it is.
I was thinking, because I live in the valley now, and
Coming
I
up.
was Googling earthquakes, and then
Oh shit.
Northridge earthquake was 94.
Yep.
I went home that night. I was doing the potluck
Yeah.
here at the Comedy Store. I think this comic was up. There was this dog, the Todd. I think
Yes,
his name was.
the Todd. You remember Bark Dog?
Yeah,
Oh my
Bark
God,
Dog.
no one ever remembers Bark
Bark
Dog. I
Dog.
used to watch him
and I
all
was
the time.
sitting there and
Creepy the Todd?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
He walked in with just sweats probably and big t-shirt. Probably had no underwear.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Maria
Sounds about
Martinez was sitting next to me, and she said, "See, this kind of bullshit happened when Macy's not here. People bringing their fucking dogs."
Yeah.
It's so true. But
So is this pre-Todd having a full breakdown?
yeah, he had
He was just creepy.
like a lobotomy. So yeah, he lost it. Rick met him when
I only knew
Shit went
completely
wrong
insane
way.
the Todd. He, my introduction was his mom showing up here and being like, my son Todd is lost. And I'm thinking like a little kid. And then someone's like, yeah, that he's old. And I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, he's that guy in the headshot with Robin Williams. I'm like, wait, why is his mom here then? Because he's like 30-something
his
in the
sister is
headshot.
a huge producer. She works with Laverne. What's her name? Penny Marshall.
Oh,
Penny
yeah.
I
Marshall.
said Lenny Marshall because I'm an idiot. But you know
Legend.
What I'm saying.
Lenny Marshall. But then that dude showed up at the end of the night. He's completely crazy. I went to turn the lights off in the backstage in the main room, and when I turned the lights on to switch off the fuses, he was just standing in the dark in the corner, staring at the
Imagine.
corner.
It's frightening.
And I was like,
But
what the fuck? But I guess he escaped Don Barris.
Yeah.
He was hanging with Don Barris and then wandered off.
Wait, I have a question because I was here during the Northridge earthquake, and that
You were
was
at
a
the Comedy
Monday?
Store?
Yes, and Carlos was on stage, Mencia, and I was like, fuck. And Mitzi used to make us stay until the comic got off. And he was on until like 3:30. And then I went home, and his fucking half hour was on HBO. And I was like, this motherfucker, I can't escape him. And then that happened, and I woke up because I was kind of still new out of Philly. So I woke up like swinging a bat, thinking somebody was breaking in. And that was the scariest fucking thing. And I blame Carlos for that earthquake as well. So
Damaged it.
Well, you know.
he ruined it.
6.0.
Did you ever work with him?
No, I never worked with him at all.
You're lucky.
Only when
One
he
of the
hosted,
lucky ones.
Only when he hosted some show for Jeff Valdez back in the days, and he was the host. But that was it. I never really like opened for him or had to follow him. But only at the Laugh Factory, he did like 2 hours.
Oh shit.
So the 10 o'clock show started late.
Oh, of course.
That's the only time we really worked together.
Classic move on his part.
No, that's fine because he would do a lot of those Latino whatever festivals, this, that, and that. But Valdez, remember when Joe Diaz knocked
remember
him
that?
out at Maryland's Maryland
Oh, that was the guy?
Memorial.
The first time I ran, like I saw him like do, it was 1996, and we were doing the Latino Laugh Festival in San Antonio. Freddy, Soto, myself,
sure.
and Darren Carter.
Was Holtzman on that one?
Yes, I'll get into the story because
Wait, Darren Carter was in the Latino.
yes,
he
and
was
Brian
huge.
Holtzman
Okay.
because Jeff Valdez liked him, and so Carlos Mencia wasn't supposed to do the Latino Laugh Festival because it was Showtime and he had an HBO deal, so he couldn't be a part of it. But he decided to fly himself over there and still crash the show. And
What a fucking ass.
after Freddy Soto got off, no, I got off the stage. Then Johnny Sanchez got off. Then they were like changing the batteries for the camera or something or the film. And then Mencia does a guest set. And right after Freddy Soto, and they're trying to get off. You know, like we're taping a show here. So he does this long set, and then after that, Brian Holtzman has to follow him.
Oh, so that's what,
beautiful.
Brian never told us that. I mean, he told me what happened.
He had to follow him, so the crowd was like already beat up. You know, they were done. And then Brian Holtzman opens up with, "This is not a comedy show. I brought the immigration. It's a bust. Close the door. Everybody's going back to Mexico." Boo! Oh my God, dude! They were to kick his ass.
Booed him. It was awful. It was talking about leaf blowers and shit. The worst stereotypical shit.
Legend.
I got to.
Dude, that's on film.
Dude, every story I've ever heard
That's
about
on beautiful film.
Holtzman doing any show outside of LA, it's always the worst.
And he had his mom with him that weekend.
Of course.
His mom, him and his mom. I got to hang out with him and his mom. You know, like a third wheeling. We were riding a boat together.
Yes.
Really?
Then he threw him in. He even threw a bit about her. Yeah, my mom's right here, man. She got arrested for stealing fucking souvenirs from the Alamo.
From the Alamo.
She wanted to take back the Alamo.
Oh man.
So it was tough on him that set. But he made it. He made it his. Because, there was nothing else to do. So he just, I'm going to make the comedian laugh.
Yeah, because Freddy and Johnny, I mean, they came running back to report that. I mean, Freddy, I think, called me from there screaming, laughing.
They were pissed. I don't know what was going on. I was new.
Yeah.
I was just accepting it. Like, okay, that's how comedy works then.
Yeah.
People pop. How long do you think Carlos did?
I think half an hour, 35 minutes, but we were all doing 7.
Yeah, it was like a short,
they're filming, so
Comedy Central kind of presents thing, like short sets like that. Yeah. Fuck. And I forgot Darren Carter was such a big, kind of a staple. He would do a lot of Latino rooms.
A lot.
Everywhere.
Was it the beatboxing?
And the Snoop Dogg.
The tractor.
When I first met him, he brought.
I thought he was mixed.
Me too. They brought him up. This guy's going to be on Showtime. Like, whoa, Showtime. He must be huge. Then I'm on the same plane with him. Where you going? He goes, I'm going to do a Showtime show. Me too. Okay.
not as impressive.
Well, he's like, wait, we're on the same
He was still the
show.
Red Rooster back then.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Shady Side.
Shady Side. Yeah. What year did you start doing comedy?
I started like I started like off and on, like either a little bit of 93, a little bit of 94, quit for a year because I had a baby.
Oh, okay.
Then I came back in November of 95. Then I got a
Nice.
TV credit in 96.
With the
Latino Laugh Festival.
Festival. Oh,
Jeff
my
Valdez
God.
hooked me up, like
he was
I
nice
never
to me, too.
complained.
Yeah.
So he put me on every show, every single show he did.
Well, yeah, if you're not going to complain about Carlos coming in.
Or
then
don't complain
35.
about how much people get paid.
Or not paid.
Or not paid.
Or,
I was just happy, like I was a little kid. I was just
Yeah,
taking
you're like,
whatever.
hey, what up? Yeah, let's
All right,
do
I'll
it.
go with you guys.
Yeah. That's how I ended up on tour with Paulie Shore. I was just like, this is cool. How
Isn't it
exciting.
cool?
And then after a while, you're like, I don't think this is as cool as I thought it was.
I don't think this is right. This can't be legal.
Why am I going back to Tampa again?
Ybor City? I hate cigars.
Ybor. Yeah, that's where it fucking was.
Is that where Paulie goes? Is that a
Yeah.
real
There's
place?
there's an improv in Ybor City.
That's hilarious.
And it's, dude, they got the most strip clubs per capita here, dude. I'm like, I've never been to a strip club. What? That's to this day, every strip club I've ever been to is with Paulie.
Well, that's,
And
I mean,
half
if you're going to
the time
do
they're
it.
like, dude, Paulie, you can come in, but, after last time, you got to keep your pants on this time, dude. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's like a lane of strip bars on Ybor Street,
Oh, okay.
and there's one place where there's it's built like a planet or a spaceship, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you go to I think it's like VIP, the top of the spaceship inside the strip bar. Because Fluffy went on top. Gabriel Iglesias.
Oh, yeah, sure. I
He
remember
made it to the
Gabriel,
top
too.
of the
He got on.
spaceship.
Hilarious.
I was on the bottom,
You
Yeah.
just stay.
That's why I always had to stand with the manager and talk to that guy while
That sucks.
all the babes talked to
Gabriel-
Paulie.
I thought I was the only one that did that. When the big superstars over there hanging out with everybody, and I got to hang around with the other people, like the managers,
Yep.
the cooks,
Yep.
making them laugh. Hey, man.
Hey, that's always me. I'm always
happy to
with
be
the-
here, too.
I'm always
Yeah.
in the kitchen. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel more comfortable
That's how it always
in the
ended
kitchen.
up. The girls would come over and be like, "Hey, you want to dance?" I'd be like, "I don't have any money." And they'd just look at you like, "Oh, goodbye." And then I got the so is Paulie pretty cool, man? Does he like the movies? And I'd be like, "No, not really."
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you and Gabriel do a show together?
Yeah, Gabriel Iglesias and I met him when he first wanted to do stand-up comedy because I had that room in Montebello,
Yeah.
the Wild Coyotes,
I remember
tortillas,
that.
and he comes in, shy, sits to the side, and he brings this thug, this cholo, this gangster, Mexican gangster with tattoos on his head, all over his body, and he walks up to me like tough, What's up, man? And I'm from the hood too, man. When I said, "What's up?" I thought it was gonna be a fight.
Yeah, sure.
What's up? What's up? He goes, my friend over there wants to do comedy. And by this time, I was like, wow, you tell your friend to come over here, man. I have to bring his messenger.
Yes.
So he comes in all shy. I want to do stand-up. And I said, you're next, bro.
Hell yeah.
He went up on stage, and he did well. He killed. He's been killing ever since. And I got him his first road trip gig.
You really are responsible for him because he used to do an imitation of you.
But
in
it
his
was
act.
funny,
It was
huh?
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, on his first special, he
Yeah,
did.
it was fucking amazing.
I mean, his first special was his 30-minute, half-hour special was set up perfectly by Comedy Central
Yeah.
because they flew me out, so I got to be his warm-up before he went up.
Hilarious.
So by that time, the audience and
They already knew
they already
you.
know who I was.
Yeah.
So when they threw the references, my friend Felipe, who you just saw, so then everybody,
What a fool. Yeah.
everybody thought I was make believe.
Everybody thought it was make believe.
No, they didn't know. To this day, when I tell them I'm the guy he talks about, oh, you are real. Yeah, I'm a real person. Bro. I was fired from the gigs in 2004.
Oh shit. Yeah.
I turned into a diva.
Everybody does. I mean,
I'd rather be a diva on someone else's show than be a diva with my show.
okay.
That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
I just try and always stay diva. Always.
Pure diva, Rick is.
Yeah.
He gets
That's
too
how I
bitchy.
manage to make sure I never get anywhere in this town. It's big attitude, little response. That's what
Nice.
it's all about.
I think that's what helped me, like in the beginning, not to be like sad or worried about where I'm going in this career,
Yeah.
But I miss those times, when you don't know what's going to happen 10 years from now.
Oh, shit.
Where you're just performing every night and,
Like
getting
me and
laid
Rick.
and getting high and having fun. But I was glad that a lot of people did help me, like take me with them. Like Paul Rodriguez took me.
Paul, yeah, I remember.
George, Russell Peters, Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
Good
Did you ever do a
guys.
half hour?
Who?
Did you ever do a half hour
No,
special?
I only
But
did
you
one.
have an hour coming
I did
out,
an hour
correct?
on Showtime for Scott Montoya.
Yeah. That was a long time ago?
Yeah, it was in 2012. It happened so fast.
Yeah.
I was talking to Alex Raimundo. He was managed by
remember
Scott.
Alex, yeah.
And we were doing a show in D.C. And he goes, yeah, I want to do a 1 hour special, but I don't know how to do it. He goes, well, if you want to do it, I'll talk to Scott. And the next day he called me. He goes, Felipe, you want to do an hour special in 2 weeks? I didn't have time to prepare or nothing.
That's Montoya for
Yeah.
you. Come on, man. I got the venue. Hurry up before they kick us out.
2 weeks.
Fucking
So,
idiot, man.
the material that I did was all my jokes that I've been doing for the last 15 years. I should have called it like Seinfeld. I'm telling you for the last time. But all my YouTube stuff, it's on a special, I don't know. I didn't have time to write.
Of course.
So I just did what I knew.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks with, somebody you think is like looking out for you.
They taped 3 specials that day.
Of course.
I was last. The first one was Bobcat Goldthwait. And the second one, I forgot his name. And the third one was me.
Nice. See how you forgot that person's name? They're nobody. That's
Paul
why.
liked me because Paul Rodriguez, he came to visit us in El Paso. And every time Paul Rodriguez would show up to the Laugh Factory, I didn't drink. I didn't drink back then. So I would use my drink ticket to give it to Paul. I was the bartender. What's Paul's drink?
That's a good
He
bribe.
goes, Irish coffee. All right. Make me one. So then I'll go over there like Spider from Goodfellas. Here, Mister. here, Mr. Rodriguez. Here's your drink, sir. I'm gonna go sit down. Leave you alone. So I would just give him his drink and step away,
Damn.
and walk away, leave him alone. And one day he showed up to El Paso, and he took us to Mexico.
Okay. Wow.
And I was scared
Juarez.
because I had no green card at the time. I lost everything, and I thought I'm gonna have to lie on the way back. I don't want to say no, I can't go.
Yeah. Were you born here or there?
I was born in Mexico.
Yeah.
And when we get to Mexico, first of all, it was late, like 1, and Paul Rodriguez just after our show, he just crashed our show. You guys want to go have tacos? 3 Mexican guys. What are those things, hey? Are they good? Yeah, of course. But then Gabriel says, everything's closed, Paul. It's 1 o'clock. And Paul looked at him and goes, everything's closed if you only have $5 in your pocket.
Okay.
Damn.
So he took us to Mexico. And we ordered. And then Paul was like real famous, like in those areas. He like Muhammad Ali.
Oh, shit.
Like that famous with the older people, like people point at him. They don't know. They just point Pablo.
Yeah.
They love him. So when we get to Mexico, we're eating tacos. And then we're like waiting in line to come back. And they pull us over, the border patrol. Because we had a van full of Mexicans.
Right.
And there's a picture of us. We're all like this. They're asking where you guys from. And we all said, American citizen. Everybody American citizen? Yeah, we all American citizen.
Damn.
We crossed the border. We made it fine. The next day he takes it to a strip bar.
Nice.
And he's making out with the strip bar.
Different tacos.
He's making fish tacos. He's making out with some chick. And then
Which is a huge violation of the rules.
Giant.
I don't know why you'd ever make
yeah,
out
they were
with
all
the strip-
over her. And then I had some chick, but then I ran out of money. So, she was done with me.
Yep.
So I had
Always.
to watch again, talk to the security guard.
Back to hanging out with Rick and the manager.
So how long you been working here, bro? Oh, a long time, bro. Yeah, that's Paul right there having a good time.
Cool, huh?
That's Fluffy over there getting a hug.
That's Fluffy giving
Me and you
hugs.
getting fist bumps right here. So Paul's taking off, and then he's kind of buzzed, man. So I had a Viagra that I've been saving for like a month
Nice.
for a good occasion for me.
Sure.
Okay.
So then I said,
But how
what?
old are you?
I was like 30.
Damn.
No,
Viagra?
but I was, just want to.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
no,
old,
I
the
get
old,
it.
yeah, it's the old Renazizi
It's like
bit.
steroids,
Sometimes
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I forgot.
steroids,
Yeah.
you just want to fucking...
It gives you fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? Paul, here you go, man. So I get a Paul Rodriguez. He goes, thank you. He goes, you need it more than me. So I give it to him. We're in the car with the stripper, Gabriel Iglesias, and the stripper's young. She goes, oh, man, my mom's a big fan of you, Paul. She used to watch A.K. Pablo. She saw the Kings of Comedy. His age was coming out.
Oh, shit.
And then Paul Rodriguez tells Gabriel, I heard you've been imitating me now. Yeah. Okay, man. Talk to her mom for me. So the girl called her mom on the phone. So Gabriel is imitating Paul Rodriguez. Consequently, while Paul is making out with that chick.
That's hilarious. Does he do a good Paul Rodriguez? I don't
Awesome
know if
Paul
because I know he
Rodriguez.
does good imitations.
He does a good Paul.
Impressions?
Impressions.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I guess imitations
head,
the
I was
same
like,
thing.
wait,
That's
is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does Paul, because Paul always starts off with a huge word. His sentence is like, consequently, and what happened over there, and depression.
Wait, why does this, that sounds like a black guy's impression of white people?
I work at a bank.
That's a good Casey Kasem.
Yeah, that's like our Rick's radio voice. Sometimes we do like a little radio bullshit.
Paul thanks
Yeah.
me in the airport. We're in the plane. He goes, man, my dick was hard like times in the South. And he points at me. You, my man, will never go hungry in this business.
I love that.
So after that, he took me along.
It took you everywhere.
He
You're
took me
like
to Gamble.
fucking,
He took me to Reno.
oh, you say it like that was exciting.
Yeah, it's good.
I never been anywhere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get it.
San Antonio was my first time flying.
Oh, shit,
Yeah,
for real?
I never been anywhere, and my first time in Reno. He calls me up. What is this about you complaining about your room? I said, I'm not complaining about my room. I'm not complaining. I just got here. You will when you see my room. And he hung up.
That son of a bitch.
Where is Silver Legacy?
Silver Legacy.
Yeah, that's a killer.
Cinco
They
de
have nice
Mayo.
suites. Oh, nice. Did you guys do the big room?
The big room, yeah.
Yeah, that's a kid. The Laugh Factory's in there now.
Yeah.
The little comedy club is in the Silver Legacy.
There's another one too, Underground Cafe, Underground Comedy Club.
Oh, yeah. A couple of my friends were doing that one, but I was at the Laugh Factory. And then there's also the Improv in Tahoe, but
I won. I stayed at the Silver Legacy in Reno one time. I drove up there. My college.
I was gonna say for fun. Fuck.
Well, yeah,
really?
my college was in a basketball tournament. My family was out there, so I drove up to go there, and I won like $600 on slots.
Did you get robbed immediately?
No, I was just so shocked. I was like 23 or 24, and I put in $5 or whatever, and I played for like 2 minutes, and then it won. And to this day, I don't understand what the winning is sometimes. Like I just did the 20 lines or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
And I pulled it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
like how much you bet versus what you get.
It wasn't like there was like 3 cherries across or something. I obviously won on some other cross pattern, but it just kept ringing, and then it just made noise like there was change coming out.
Ew.
And then they came over and they were like, we need to see your ID. I'm like, okay. I gave him my ID.
That was yesterday. Look how young he looks. He looks like a little boy. I love it.
But it was great. I then won $600. I'm like, I'm so glad I met my family in Reno, because this does not seem...
$600.
Yeah, that was big time.
It only costs $50 to stay in Reno. Reno's cheap, man. You can have fun in Reno, though.
Yeah,
the
man.
little creepy spots, trucky
It's dirty
and all that.
there,
Yeah, it's
man.
dirty, filthy. What was that reality show? Not reality, skit, Reno 911. Dude, I've watched that and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And then I went to Reno. I'm like, oh, fuck, this is a documentary. This is how bad it is.
It's bad. When I was working at that place my first time there, I didn't know there was a river.
Yeah.
I did not know that. So I just saw this blonde girl walking at like 10 in the morning with just a bathing suit.
Yeah.
Blonde, beautiful. Mm-hmm. And she was wearing sandals. And I was like following a block behind her. Like,
that's not frightening at all.
I was a block behind her. Like, I don't know, where is she going, man? Like, is she working? What's going on? It's pretty early.
You're like, shit, it's legal here. I might as well follow her.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's legal in Reno.
Then she disappeared over there by Circus, and I went back to my room. Then I was telling people, man, I saw this girl with a bathing suit, man. Oh, bro, there's a fucking river over there. She probably got dumped or something.
Yeah. They have the tubing, everything.
Yeah, they were
you can go in
tubing.
there. It's frightening. People's dogs are, you're doing the backstroke and you're hitting a pit bull, meth head's pit bull.
Those people don't even have tubings, like real tubes.
Yeah, it's like white trash. It's scary.
Yes.
It's scary.
I gotta lie, no.
No,
I was
you
proud.
shit on everybody.
Mexicans, we know how to raft. We were rafting our whole lives.
And you're usually in fully dressed.
Fully
when
dressed.
You're in the fucking,
I saw
the
this,
ocean.
the redneck family, 4 mama, papa, and 2 kids on one of those inflatable beds.
Yes.
An inflatable bed.
I'm telling you, it's that bad in Reno. He's right.
That's beautiful.
They're so weird. And most of them are homeless, too. There's a lot of homeless, young, white homeless.
Yeah,
and
it's
they
a
have
creepy
dogs
town.
Just running around like pit bulls. I'm like, the fuck do these guys have pit bulls for?
Yeah.
With a string. No leash, just a string.
Yeah,
that they may or may not
I worry
pick
about
up.
the leash. You don't care if that dog runs away forever.
No,
you got to
cares.
give it a chance.
Fuck yeah.
It
needs a life.
I did that improv in South Lake Tahoe, and one of the other comics I was performing with was like, hey, we should go up to Reno and do something. I'm like, why would we do that? I'm not going to do that.
But Tahoe's boring.
And then he was like, well, I don't have a car. I'm like, I don't see how this is my problem. I do have a car, and
Who
it's
are you
staying
working
in
with?
South Lake Tahoe. I was with, I can't remember the dude's name. It was Howie, the normal guy, and then I can't remember the headliner.
That's
kind of a
good.
blindish black guy.
Blindish black guy?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Stevie Wonder.
I wish.
He's not a comic. Can you imagine?
Wow, I never,
He was funny, too. I can't remember his name, though, but
Not Charlie Cozart.
no. I just know he's
He wasn't
legally
blind.
blind.
He just used to wear glasses. Like, do you remember Charlie Cozart? Black guy. He used to wear sunglasses all the time.
No, this dude, he had thick glasses.
Yeah, he was really.
He had been punched in the face or something, and then he didn't do anything about it. And everyone was like, "You need to go get that checked." And he was like, "I'm a man, so I didn't do anything." And then he went blind in the eye.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
That's one hell of a punch.
yeah. And now I know he tours a lot in Canada because he kept telling
Is that
me about.
where he's from?
No, I think he moved up there because he gets more comedy work. But
Oh, there you go.
He
Well,
was like-
they like blind black guys up there.
that's what
They can't
Canada's
see how
known
white
for.
they are.
He has no idea.
Can't see any of this maple syrup. Come on up here.
does that old man still perform here and close out the show?
Robert William
Yeah.
Apariah. Yeah, people have been begging us to get him on the podcast, but
He's not weird. He's weird.
The smell is hard though.
Yeah.
Like
He
he's
wears like these
full-blown.
napkins, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he wears paper bags.
Plastic.
Ralph bags.
Yeah,
like
plastic Ralph bags to protect him from the
something.
First Amendment shield or something.
I remember when he went up late, and the Dice Man was there, and the guy that does the Ding Dong show,
Don Barris.
Don Barris,
Yeah.
and I guess the Todd was sitting somewhere. And,
Oh yeah, him and Don Barris and the Todd used to do a lot
yeah.
of shows
So these
together.
guys, I guess they know him personally, and I was just me and Gabriel were watching the show, and he goes up, and they start blocking his way to get out.
Yeah.
They start putting chairs all over the
That's
place.
called tormenting.
Yeah, and they're saying a word to him that only
Nazis
that they
or
know.
something.
Dig
Oh,
him,
yeah.
dig him, or something like that. I don't know what it was.
Oh shit!
I don't know what it was, but they kept saying
Buttons. Buttons. He used to
buttons.
steal
Yeah,
buttons. Yeah.
buttons. They kept saying buttons. And then like the whole audience got into it. Buttons. Man, he was freaking out. Man, he didn't know what I felt bad for him.
Yeah. Yeah, I
He
did too.
had to hurdle.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I felt like, and I was like, I've been bullied, right? And I was like, well, this is pretty much bullying right now.
Oh, it's giant
Yeah.
bullying. Yeah. But
Yeah, when I showed up, I just didn't understand at first. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why is everyone fucking with this guy? And so then I just went and sat in the front row and just laughed at everything he did. And then he just kept getting this real creepy giant smile, like he's finally connecting with someone. And then Don came up to me and was like, keep it up. He loves that. And then I'm like, all right. And so then I keep smiling like, oh, that's a great joke. Next thing you know, Don Barris has picked me up over his head and throwing me at Robert.
at Robert, threw a person at him.
And I'm flying through the air just like, whoa, this dude is strong as fuck. And then I improvise, Eric, I'm so sorry that the Nazis are attacking you because you're a fan of mine. And I'm like, yeah.
For some reason, he called him Eric. He
He
never
always
got
thought,
Rick.
no matter what,
down.
no matter how many times I told him that wasn't my name, he'd be like, oh, all right, Eric, I'll make sure I call you that in the future.
He likes weed though, that guy.
Loves
Oh
it.
yeah.
Because I was smoking with Yorsi, and then Yorsi left like a half a blunt right there, laying there, and he called him, and after we left, he came back and got it.
Yep.
Usually, if you give it to him, he won't take it.
No,
'cause
no,
he's
no,
not
no.
allowed to take gifts. So
Yeah.
if he finds it, that's different. Like Mitzi used to give him bus money back and forth to the store because she felt bad for him.
Yeah.
So he always got a little envelope that he was allowed to take from here because it was considered pay.
Hey, yeah.
Because he was going on.
He would take weed from me. That was the only thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I gave him a ride once. Still can't get that out of my car.
that smell's staying. Yeah,
Yes.
I would give
That
him
was
a little.
in '94, dude.
Damn.
Seriously.
I'd give him a little canister. It would have like 2 buds in it, but it was like good weed. And then I'd be like, "Hey, Robert, this is extra. If you want." Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I remember we tried to give him a jacket one time, and it was like we were fucking setting him up.
Yeah, because that's about the button thing.
Yeah.
That goes back to the buttons. There's a whole thing. And Don Barris would bring a case of buttons in and shake it, and he would lose his fucking mind. And I'm like, oh my God, I don't know what the buttons represent, but I was just a waitress back
Terrified.
then, so I felt bad for him. So I would like talk to him all the time. So he loves me. He'll watch my stand up now, and he's like, he'll give me tags. Like, he's so sweet.
Potluck.
What year did you showcase here? You said 98.
98, I think.
Oh, wow. And you showcased for Mitzi.
Yeah, I had I think it was Johnny Sanchez who put in a
Oh,
good
my
word for me.
godson. Yeah.
And and when I was showcasing for her, it was Marilyn Martinez sitting next to her,
Smart.
and Cheryl Shepard sitting on the other side to keep Gooden and
Goulden.
away from her.
Golden and Lemaire would sit and talk
yes,
to
and
her.
the Asian guy, I forgot his name.
Peter Chen.
Peter Chen.
We all hate Peter Chen.
everybody. How come everybody?
I lose face. I'm so hungry. I get so hungry. Dude, this guy, I've always been cool with people. You know, if they're funny, like if I know somebody's booking a show, like people like that,
Sure.
I'll just give them a show just to like, you know,
Be
I wouldn't
cool.
be cool, and I could just say at least I did something for that guy.
Yeah.
And but Peter, man, he just
Jesus.
freaks. Every show I ever booked him in, he freaked everybody out.
Yeah.
I can't
like-
believe you booked him. That is so
Yeah,
nice of
you
you.
were like the nicest human being.
I knocked him
because-
out. I fucking hate Peter Chen.
I saw him.
I'll fight him right now.
Him and Goulden were about to throw fist blows right here. You
you don't-
fucking bitch! I don't suck dick for spots.
You don't have to suck a dick. It's a clit. You got the wrong thing.
And then he's all, dude. Gilbert Escobar, I guess, told me, "Do you know an Asian guy? Yeah, I know the guy named Peter Chen. Okay, I'll book him. Try to do it for $200, bro. He'll do it for $50 in a burrito." So I guess to give him 2. So Gilbert Escobar performing on stage. Peter Chen is going around all the tables, getting everybody's aluminum cans.
That was it.
He was taking, like, you finish with that Coke? He'll take the Coke. And every time Gilbert Escobar got an applause break, he smashed the can.
Damn.
So applause break.
What the fuck?
Applause break. And then finally Gilbert said, Peter, you need more money, bro? From the stage. Oh, no, very good. I'm good.
Oh, he's the worst.
Oh, what a piece of shit.
And
I
then
can't.
at the Wild Coyotes, the waitresses would put, like, the leftover from everybody in that little cart, the food cart, the leftovers.
Oh, yeah.
Peter was going up next, and he was standing next to the food cart just eating all the leftovers, like salmonella, whatever it was.
Salmonella, just a plate of salmonella.
Yeah, food poisoning. That's all good. Mo.
How come there's always the food left over for the Asian guy, but not?
Shut up, Peter.
Fucking Peter, man. Yeah, he would get Mitzi's ear when people were showcasing, and it was annoying. Like Freddy Soto used to try to block him, and they used to fight all the time. Like Mitzi would offer Freddy, you want some popcorn, and Peter would come out of nowhere. I want some popcorn, Mitzi, and Freddy would be like, get
popcorn.
the fuck out of here. Like, oh, it was awful. Freddy and I hate it.
The last time I ever
does.
saw him was when he ate those weed brownies that Wheels made. And and Wheels brought him up, and he's like, yeah, this pop brownies in front of everyone wants them. And so some of us ate them. We're all fucking stoners, so, we just feel good.
Yeah.
Peter walks up, oh, they're fucking brownies? Yeah, man. And then no one said anything to him, and he just starts eating them. And then about 20, 30 minutes later, he's like, oh, I'm fucked up. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I cannot drive. We're like, well, just get in your car, because
please.
we don't want to fucking listen to you. I think somebody tried to give me date rape. No one tried to
give me date rape.
You didn't get roofied, idiot.
So I think I showcased for like 9 weeks straight.
Oh, shit. And this was Scott Day? They made you come back every week?
Yeah,
it was Scott in 98, right? Corey didn't take over.
No.
Okay.
Bald guy, right?
No, Scott wasn't bald. He had like light hair.
Bald guy was Dean,
brown.
probably.
No, not 98. Dean
No,
wasn't
yeah,
here.
that's true.
Yeah.
There was a guy named Duncan working here.
Duncan
but
Trussell.
But
not our. That was the one.
not our Duncan Trussell, another Duncan.
Yeah, Brandon Duncan.
Brandon Duncan, yeah.
Yeah, he was the manager.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. I was like, wait, Duncan. Brandon Duncan was our manager.
I auditioned with the same night that some guy got passed to the main room immediately.
Oh,
Black comedian.
his first spot was in the main room,
Yes.
you mean? Yes. Shit.
I was a
It was
junior in high school. So
Immediate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And everybody, I was like, what?
Everybody was like, oh, shit. Once he put him in the main
I
room
know. I
so
was like,
fast.
what? And then because I remember I was working a door and I didn't know anybody. I was wearing the white Comedy Store T-shirt.
Yeah.
I wasn't even good enough for the black T-shirt.
Yeah,
They gave me
yeah.
a white one.
Yeah. We were like,
And I
probably
remember
ran
I
out.
stopped him and I said, excuse me, where you going? I got to spy in the main room, man. I said, all right, man, go in. So I guess if you yelled at me, you were regular.
That was it. You're good enough. You seem like you have a bad attitude. You must be from
You're
here.
probably a comic here. Yeah, yeah.
See, I think I got a main room spot 2 weeks after I got passed.
Yeah, I remember it was like same night or
Yeah.
something weird like that. Like it was so immediate, and I can't think of who it was. It wasn't AJ Jamal. That's
Not AJ Jamal.
That's sticking in my
He used
head
to host
because he
Chocolate
was,
Sunday. He used to host the Laugh Factory on Sundays, too.
yeah, and he was so good in the
Yeah.
main room. He was my favorite act to watch when I first started here in the main room. But he was already passed early on.
That comedian had a bit with music, I remember.
Of course.
It was summer loving happened so fast. And he's doing like the grease thing with the music and he just pantomiming. I don't think he does that bit anymore. But
I hope not. He might.
I hope it was Sergio Love. I know he's got a great Dido bit, but
Me Lucky Charms. Me Lucky Charms.
What's the other one that Sergio does that sticks in my fucking head all the time? I hate it. It's a rap one.
in my convertible, West Side Calcutta, motherfucker.
Come from Calcutta.
Oh, I like that one,
That's
the
one.
motherfucker. That was a
Come
good
from
one, though.
Calcutta. And he would do the DJ. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. No, maybe it could have been
Jared Carter would
Sergio.
look at him and go,
Yeah, so interesting. Interesting.
How's he
how could I
do
make that Latino?
Fuck yeah. Yeah, because he wasn't getting white work. They weren't letting the ginger in. They were like, no,
No,
he's
man.
weird. The Mexicans were like, come
That's
over
old
here,
school.
fucker.
That's old school. Like treat him like an Irishman. He can hang out with minorities.
Man, He was like. He was very shy, that guy, Darren Carter, off stage.
Yeah.
We're at a bar. We're doing a show with Rudy Moreno and me
Rudy.
and we're sitting at the bar. I don't drink, and I'm trying to pick up on this girl, and we're talking, and I'm in, man. I'm in. But then I go to the set, and I come back, and that girl's crying, sitting next to Darren Carter.
Oh no, the party starter made
Yes.
a girl
What
cry?
happened, man? Oh man, we started talking about his parents, and she told me she don't have a dad. I told her I never met my dad, and we just got into it. Fuck,
Jesus.
dog.
Yeah. Hey, talk about cock blocking.
Cock blocking.
That's
man.
the
You brought up a
worst.
father?
You
A
don't
dead
bring up
You don't have a
father.
father? I don't have a father.
Right? Yeah, that's the easiest ones
Well-
to get laid by.
As long as no one's sucking Felipe's dick tonight, I think we'll
Those
both
are-
get through the night. You motherfucker.
I have a father. He's a mental patient, but he's fun.
We did a one-nighter in Arizona. It was like 100 degrees.
Oh,
it was
geez.
outside.
Outside?
A big rap show. I'm doing 15 minutes.
Amazing.
Darren Carter doing 15. And it was like we were sweating. And the promoter's friend goes, "You guys want to go hang out? I know a cool spot." I don't know if Darren Carter and him spoke privately. And they said, you want to go, Felipe? And I said, all right. You know, I don't smoke weed back then. I didn't do nothing, so I'll go. Keep in mind that Darren Carter went to go get changed, and he put on these red Richard Simmons shorts. You know, the kind with the
Something like
liner
hot
inside.
pants?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
kind with the little underwear inside.
Sure, some like running
Runner
shorts. or
Yes,
something.
the pockets on the side. The
Bruce
red.
Jenner,
He has
old school.
little track shoes. A shirt. Bro, where we going? We're going to work out or what? The guy takes us to a swingers bar. It costs $35 to get in. It's called Encounters in Arizona. There's like 3 swingers bars in Phoenix, Arizona. He took us to that one. $35 to get in. 3 dudes coming in, paying $35 to get in.
And White Legs is out.
Yes.
He's got the white
we
legs
get
out.
there, and there's this ugly ass lady who looks like Honey Boo Boo's mom,
A real beauty.
but
reference.
short, right? Short.
A midget version
Yes.
of Honey Boo Boo's mom.
She's wearing just a nightgown,
Oh.
and she's in charge of the little buffet they have there. So they have like
For
nachos.
$35, you might as well get some snacks
They have
too.
nachos, cheese nips, chicken nuggets, you know, and baked
the fuck
beans,
outta here.
and she's
Hilarious.
hooking
Baked
it up, and she's the only woman here. Then I look to the side. There's like three truck drivers having sex with a 42-year-old woman or a 45-year-old woman.
Oh, that hurts
And then
me.
she's blowing all of them in the jacuzzi.
I feel like
And me
that's
and-
my future.
And me and Darren Carter just watching it.
Eating
Which
Right in
snacks.
front of them, eating snacks, eating cheese nips.
I don't know what it is about Phoenix because when
I can see the cheese nips and his legs like crossed his white
He's getting
legs.
goosebumps now.
tails can be. Yeah,
We're eating cheese nips, watching an orgy right here going on in front of us.
dude, Phoenix is weird because I was there with Paulie and Ari Shafir,
Naturally.
and we were hanging out. It was when the improv in Tempe, that guy Dan was in charge of
Oh,
it.
Oh,
yeah,
wow, he's
sure.
a beast.
Yeah.
Beth.
So we're hanging
Remember.
out with him a couple
R.I.P.,
nights in a row,
brother.
and he's just being creepy as fuck. He's all coked
Naturally.
up and weird. And so we meet these girls, and it's like, I think one of them invited us to a party, and we went to the party, and it was like, what's the college there? Arizona State. It's
Oh,
an
yeah.
Arizona
Yeah.
State party,
It's
so it's a
right
bunch
on
of
the
college
campus,
kids.
Tempe.
And I'm like 24, so I'm kind of close in age to these people. Ari's like 30-something. And the cops show up like 10 minutes after we get to the party. And everyone's freaking out. And Ari's like, well, maybe I'll just go talk to the cops. It was like, yeah, man,
Send
you're
the
30.
Jew. Always
Go talk
send
to
the
him.
Jew.
So Ari goes and talks to the cops, and the cops just leave. And then it's just like us and like probably 5 chicks and like 2 or 3 other dudes that are staying there, I guess, or whatever. And so we hung out. We played beer pong. It was the first time I ever played beer pong. And then we left because we had to take the Paulie Shore's dead wagon back to the hotel.
Okay. Naturally.
So then the next night, one of the girls called Ari and said, hey, you know, we're going to meet at this club or whatever. We're like, all right. So we go to that club. That Dan guy takes us. And they're like, hey, we're getting on this bus, a party bus. And we're like, okay, that's cool. And they're like, only thing is, you can't bring the creepy old dude, talking about Dan.
Oh. I
And
thought you
so-
meant Ari. I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
So Ari's like,
But Dan, you're out.
you're going to have to tell him. I'm like, why do I have to tell you? You're the old guy. You got to go tell him. All right, I'll talk to him. So I just go over and it's just like, look, you can't come with us. The guy's like, what? Why, man? I brought you here, blah, blah, blah. And so somehow he convinces him he just can't come. And so I remember getting on this party bus, and me and Ari and these girls, and we look out the window, and Dan's just standing there staring at the bus like, these motherfuckers. And so we start driving around. We're driving for like 30 minutes. You know, there are drinks on the bus or whatever. And then they just pull up to some house in the like Scottsdale Hills. And then they're like, yeah, it's kind of like a swinger thing. And I just remember being like, what? And we walk in this house, and we're like looking around. And there's just people hooking up, fucking.
Fuck, everywhere? Like
just groups of them.
Was there a buffet?
Was
There's no buffet. There was
Darren and Felipe sitting there eating their nachos,
cheese
watching
nips.
and shit?
There was a creepy,
hilarious.
like John Waters looking dude, like thin mustache,
Oh, that's scary.
just super skinny. At the bar, he's like, "Can I get you guys drinks?" And I just remember being like, "Fuck that! I'm not drinking anything this guy's making." The next thing you know, I'll be getting fucked by the pool. So it's
Easily.
like, no, I'm good. Walk out back. There's like flames shooting out of fucking like gas fucking tanks next to the pool and shit. We hung out for like 20 minutes. I'm like, I think we got to get the fuck out of here, man.
I wish I was free enough to drink what the bartender was making and just have sex by the pool. I would get too nervous. Like, who's watching? I'm doing this wrong. I'm sure I'm not doing this right. I gotta call my mother.
I have
What?
so little game. I just knew for sure the only way I was getting laid was if that John Waters guy was fucking me while I was passed out. None of the chicks there were
You wake
fucking
up, you're
even
like,
looking
nice
at me.
mustache.
God damn it. Oh.
Again.
Oh, look who's awake. Well, God damn it, I just got Bill Cosby'd. Fuck.
You ever seen that movie Cry Baby?
Yes.
You remind me of Pecker. God damn it.
You guys ever go party at that house that everybody used to go in Burbank?
No, but I feel like I heard about that from a different comic.
There used to be a guy.
It was a swingers thing?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a swinger when I was there. They was just
Then I'm thinking of something different.
Just partying. There used to be a guy that I guess he used to walk around. He used to look like Sam Kinison.
Around here.
No, Bobcat Goldthwait, actually. He was
Okay.
skinny, short, bald guy.
And he used to come to the comedy store?
I don't think he was a comedian.
It was just like a hanger-outer.
Hang around, yeah.
Okay,
He had
so he had some...
not Johnny Hollywood. And he
No,
was bald. He looked like Sam. He
Johnny
looked like,
Zapp?
Not Johnny Zapp.
That's the one.
With the odd jobs. Nah.
You know, I was a stage manager for every famous band and or comic that ever lived for 40 years, each person. How old are you? Richard Pryor told me I was his favorite white person. No, he did
didn't.
not. He didn't tell you that.
He always had like something weird. Like I'm the one that told him to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Every comic. He
Yeah.
wrote for Carlos. I'm like, you shouldn't say that. 'Cause
Yeah, I wouldn't
Carlos
tell
is
people that.
stealing material, and you're not paying attention.
Yeah, I was
He would
I was here one
constantly
night.
say that.
Me and Freddie Lockhart were hanging out, and Johnny Zapp started telling us about. We were making fun of him. Be like, hey, Johnny, remember when you did this? Remember when you did that? And it'd just be like the most ridiculous thing ever. Like, oh,
Yeah.
remember when you told the Beatles they should fire Peter Best and hire Ringo Starr? And so then Freddie goes, he's like, Johnny, you remember when you told Jimi Hendrix to play the Star Spangled Banner? He's like, I get it. You guys are making fun of me, but the truth is, I was the guy who told him to light his guitar on fire. And we were like, is that the truth, Johnny? Is that really the truth?
Can't with him.
I fucked Janis Joplin at a 3 Dog Night concert.
Oh,
You're like,
boy.
doesn't get cooler than you, Johnny Zapp.
So he wasn't the one that would take you to this party in
No,
Burbank.
there was a guy here. I remember because I was like when I was performing, but not coming here a lot. I would only come here to party when I with the right
shit.
people.
Okay.
Like
I get it.
Yorsi
Sure.
and what's the guy named Peanut? I don't know his name.
Peanut, sure. I remember
Peanut, hell
Peanut.
yeah.
And
Always
the
fun.
guy who passed away in Vegas,
Oh, yeah.
KD.
KD.
Yeah, KD Brown.
And there was another guy who he just moved back to Jersey.
PJ Stansbury.
PJ.
Well, PJ.
I kidnapped that guy for 2 nights.
How could you kidnap PJ? He does the kidnapping.
I'll do it. Whatever.
I was at his house.
No,
I was-
he's
and
fun
the,
to hang
the
out.
crooked little guy. What's his name?
Davey Western.
Davey.
Yep.
That was it.
Dude, he knows all the
I
people
went
get
to
me
that
excited.
pad. Yorsi, Thomas.
Yeah.
Yorsi was my favorite. Yorsi used to get, when I first started here, he would get banned for stupid shit, whatever.
Hey, Popeye.
Something he did on stage or something stupid that
kiss of
Mitzi
death.
saw. So he was banned, so he would change his name. So I met him as Yorsi, then he was Yo Mama.
Your
then he
mama.
was-
That's what I called him when I had
It
him on
was
a
somebody
podcast, bro.
else.
When I first met you, just call your mama. Then you're Yorsi. Who the fuck is Yorsi?
Yeah, he just kept changing his name because he didn't want Mitzi
To know
you know,
who it
yeah,
was.
like if she saw it on the lineup, she wouldn't bother. The managers, we loved them. We never bothered them. You know, we were like, oh, it's fucking
It's
Yorsi.
Yorsi, yeah.
Yeah, but your mom, he had a couple different names, and then I would break his balls. I'm like, who are you this week when we put the lineups up, you know? Fucking Yorcy. So you would party with Davey Wester, which is always fun to party with.
I was partying with, I don't know how I ended up at their house.
That's
right there by the...
Yeah.
Was it by Fairfax?
Yes.
Yeah.
Santa Monica?
Yeah, I've been to that party.
I don't know
before.
how I ended up there.
It was truly amazing.
I don't know who gave Davey the peanut butter, but it's all over the fucking
all
house.
over the
PJ
fucking
used
house.
to freak out.
And I think I was up for like 3 nights straight.
Okay.
And Peter said, Felipe, I got to go to work. I said, where do you work? I go to the comedy store. Okay, I'll go with you then. So I waited for him right there at that little bar outside till he got off work.
Jesus.
And I was just going in and out, doing blow in the back, coming back.
Yeah.
Looking like Joe Diaz, cocksucker.
Yeah, cocksuckers.
My mouth was running. I look like
The
Jeff.
real shit.
I look like Jeff Dunham with no puppets.
Yeah, that
Good
house.
Joe Diaz.
That house was bad
Everybody
news.
is in the ha-has.
Fuck, man. I didn't know that you were hanging out with them.
That
like
was that house was bad news. There
I
was
mean,
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people would
good
go
news,
there.
but fun
Yeah.
news, but it was definitely bad
It was
news.
weird. Like they were like, I remember like I went on a coke and goes, you know somebody? Yeah, I know somebody. Then this guy who looks like that actor Peter Green. I don't know if you know that actor. Peter Green. He was in whatever he was in. He looks like
I
some
believe
actor.
you. Okay.
Just, I thought it was the actor when he showed up. Bro, are you the actor?
Yeah.
And I was the only one who knew who Peter Green was.
Yeah,
Nah,
right.
man. Thanks though.
He's complimented.
They're like, how high is this guy? He thinks I'm Peter Green. I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Yorcy tells me at Wild Coyotes, he goes, Felipe, I know this gig at 2 a.m. that pays $60 in the Valley. And he goes, fuck it, I ain't doing nothing from 2 a.m. till morning.
Of course.
So we go to this place in Burbank, that's the house, and they have like an LAPD outside, undercover. He was like the security guard. He never went inside the house. He just stood outside the house, making sure you were invited.
Right.
We get there, there's like pinball machines there, arcade. You know, some house parties, you know, the crazy ones where everybody just starts peeing in your yard.
Jesus, yeah.
This guy had bathroom stalls outside his yard. Like the walls had like a urinal thing.
He
That's
was
hilarious.
tired
Yeah.
of people peeing on the
Yes.
lawn. So
He was
he had,
tired
like-
of smelling it.
Yes, he had 3 of them. They were all connected to the wall of his house. You could just pee there.
it's hilarious.
And he had like another little house, private little
It wasn't
house.
a glory hole. It was a...
No,
I don't know what kind of party
Nobody
this
touched
is.
it.
He would have opened with that if there was a glory hole at the house.
And I tell Yorcy, all right, man, where's all the party favors
Yeah.
you promised me?
Yeah.
You know? And he goes, well, and then Yorcy reached over and he got this little nasal spray. And the nasal spray was full of cocaine and water.
Oh,
'Cause you know something when you do coke, it gets stuck right here on your nose?
No, I never
So you
did
gotta
it.
snort water to help it run down.
Yeah.
So this thing had like half coke and a little bit of water. So it was like,
So it just came ready to go.
yeah, you just
Straight
your
drain.
nose.
Shit.
So it was just pure water and cocaine coming down your throat perfectly. It was like smooth.
Yeah.
The guy, I ended up meeting the owner.
Because Afrin, people used to get addicted to that shit too. My ex used to do coke and he used to put the Afrin, and I thought he had sinus problems. So that's probably what the fuck he was doing.
Yes.
Mixing it, this bitch.
Yeah.
So
Damn, I'm glad I
the
killed
guy-
that baby.
I think I'm hooked on the Afrin even without doing cocaine for.
Yeah, they say it is addictive. Yeah, be careful.
the guy's name at the house was Doug, and I was like, I stood there till like the part. I was the last guy to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody was walking. Tons of people were coming in and out of that house all fucking night.
Yeah.
Women, guys, people
When
were
it's a
just
party.
getting fucked up, and we still do it. We did comedy there. I remember my
It's
joke.
amazing.
I killed with one joke. Wow, this place reminded me of like Pinocchio. We're all gonna wake up looking like donkeys in the morning
They're all
from
just
this nasal spray shit. And he had his house all locked up, like there was no sunlight could come in. So it was the ultimate party
blocked
house.
out. Yeah.
He had a ledger of everybody who's been there because everybody signs
So everybody
it.
had to sign in
Had
and
to
out.
sign in and out.
Damn.
And the way you get invited, he give you points, like fake points. I guess if you're too fucked up, he'll call them Dougie points. His name is Doug, so he call him Dougie points. Like
Okay.
if you are on the way out, you pick up like a couple of trash. like a couple of beer bottles, put them in a bag. Not keep them like Peter Chen, but
No, not for applause
you
breaks.
take the trash out for him during the party. He look at you. You're a nice guy,
Yeah.
bro. I'm gonna give you some Dougie points. So I guess that if you get enough Dougie points, he calls you and invites you to the party personally. You get the text party at midnight. Show up instead of having yours. He bring you. So. I decided I'm not gonna ever go back to my house, so I have to transfer my Dougie points to somebody else.
That's right.
Can I give Felipe
I
his
wonder if
Dougie
there's still
points? Is that
Dougie
possible?
points out there. If there's still
This
a Dougie.
fool shows up to my show at the Ice House last year with a photo that he took of me getting Dougie
my
points,
God.
and my face all like, my hair's all fucked up, and I didn't even ask, like, how did you take this photo? Because I never saw it. So he must have had cameras everywhere. And I'm glad I'm not a thief, because I would have got caught that night.
Yeah.
I'm not a kleptomaniac, picking up shit.
I can kind of be a thief.
That's why PJ wasn't invited over there a lot, probably.
But that's what I was saying. Like those houses I heard of, but they were mostly like swing houses. I never heard of somebody doing comedy in one. I would have loved to have known Dougie.
Party house.
Just because, I like guys.
I thought that was a thing. I thought
I like
everybody
fuck-ups.
was going there. I thought all the comics were going there.
Well, yeah, we weren't invited. I didn't start doing comedy until after Freddy passed, like 2008. So
Yeah.
I'm a late bloomer. I was just waiting tables here for 12 years. So our parties would be at Crest Hill. Freddie used to live in Mitzi's house that was behind here in Crest Hill. We had a few parties there that were pretty interesting.
When I was talking to Paul,
No Mitzi points.
when I was talking to Paul Rodriguez, he should do this.
Oh my God, I would kill to have Paul on.
He'll love to.
He's my fellow Rams fan, and he's
I was explaining to him, because we were working together last week. We did this show outside in Tucson. It was like 109.
last week.
Yeah, and it was outside.
Why are you doing shows outside last week?
Why are they doing shows outside in Arizona ever?
Because they have two comedians go up, and then they have bands right after us.
Okay.
And we were like fighting the heat. And I was telling him that I did this funny meme about you. He's like, "Orale, what's a meme?"
I'm obsessed with him.
No, man, and you got to get on these podcasts. That's the thing. People love hearing, especially all the stories you have.
And he was a Comedy Store guy for a long time.
He told me he used to babysit Paulie Shore.
Sure.
And he said he came in after the strike.
Yes.
I don't know. I thought he was part of it, but he wasn't.
No.
I read the book, by the way.
Oh,
I'm
did
dying
you like
up
it?
here.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Rick's in the TV show.
Oh, congratulations, bro.
When does your scene come up?
Who do you play?
I just play a random comic.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah.
My part's very tiny. I'm just the guy on stage in the background while the main characters are bitching probably about how I'm on stage, and they're not. But
yeah, it's good. Have you watched the show? Or
Yeah. Well, no, I saw the preview when we had Eric Griffin on the podcast. When I saw him with the white hat and the white clothes, I said, "Man,
So
are you
funny.
supposed to be David Tyree, bro?"
That's what I thought. Fuck yeah. I'm trying to get Dave Tyree to come in too and do the
the
podcast.
sly motherfucker.
I love Dave Tyree. Oh my God. My mom would complain, these comics are filthy. These comics are filthy. The few times she came out here, and I have 6 brothers and 3 sisters. So she's heard filth, like she's heard some shit talk, but she was like, they're all filthy. And she was like, Brian Holtzman was on just screaming. And she was like, this is awful. Then I take her in the original room and Dave Tyree's on and he opens with, I'm sorry I'm late. We were all sitting around licking my neighbor's fingers. He's Janet Jackson's gynecologist. And she's, ha, 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 ha. I'm like, the fuck you, bitch?
Smooth motherfucker. That's
She goes,
how you
oh,
know.
he's funny. He had a description of pussy, how like when you're in your 20s, it tastes like peach cobbler, peach cobbler pie. And then in your 30s, it starts to get a little tangy, and I forget the description he would make, but he goes, in 40s, it tastes like coffee and cigarettes. And my mother, ha! I'm like, all of a sudden, this bitch is screaming over. She loved Dave Tyree. That was her favorite comic. I don't know
Tyree.
why. He's a pimp, man. He's slick. He can
He
get
is
in
slick.
there. But yeah, I was thrilled that Eric Griffin and Andrew, they're all like store guys. Andrew Santino.
Yeah.
Al Madrigal, yeah. Al Madrigal, Willie Barcena, and Freddy Soto, right before Freddy passed, they had like a thing they were writing together. They were real close to selling it. That would have been a killer project. I love Willie Barcena. I haven't seen him in years.
Come on, bro. Everybody steals from me, bro.
Everybody's stealing from
me,
Willie,
bro.
If he was doing, he was either doing
like
a show or
Favorman.
fighting somebody. Yeah, he was always in a fight or doing a show. I loved watching him.
I don't know who that is.
He wasn't a store
Come on,
guy.
bro. I did 12 to 9 shows, bro. He'll tell you, bro. He's one guy that'll get pissed off if
So
like,
angry.
Like
I
I
love
walk
him.
into clubs when I'm not headlining, when I'm part of a big show, like last Thursday, and I came in with like 3 people, and the girl at the cashier, she tried to charge me to get in.
What?
Right?
Was that from the All Things Comedy Show?
No, it was the Skylar Stone show.
Oh, okay. So
And
that's a good one to be on.
I told her, no, I'm in the show. She goes, oh, I'm sorry. No, it's cool. I don't know me either. And then so she let us in. But I know a comedian that will freak out at something like that.
Yeah.
Like Willie would have freaked out. Come on, man.
You don't
12 to 9
recognize-
shows, bitch. And then
Johnny Sanchez would be at the top of that list too, right?
yeah, because
With Willie.
but I know by watching him do that, he closed a lot of doors for himself.
Yeah. I mean, he's a funny guy. He's a funny motherfucker. But he would fight with people a lot. It was constantly like, so-and-so's taking my shit. This one's taking my shit.
I think when I first met him, he was going to court because somebody, I guess, he didn't like the way he was introduced at the improv.
Okay. Well, that's
And
fair.
on the way off,
How does this get to the court, though? That's what I
he
want to
got
know.
the microphone from him. When he was getting the microphone from him, Willie headbutts him and knocks him out.
He's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it was that guy is from New York comic. He lives in Boca Raton now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and when I told the story to another person, that comedian was the comedian that he's Jewish, and on this book called Comedy Road Stories
Oh, okay.
that Rick something wrote. Rich
It's probably Rich Schneider?
Rich Schneider, yes.
Scheidner.
Scheidner,
he wrote it. He's the guy that did a bad anti-Semitic joke, even though he's Jewish, on a cruise ship.
Oh, and he
And
got
they sent a
in trouble?
helicopter to bring his ass,
I've
and they
seen
took
that.
him off.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I've seen that. I've seen or they'll send up a boat.
Fogelman,
tugboat.
Peter Fogelman.
Yeah, Peter Fogelman. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember.
So when I told
Oh, God.
when I was working with Greg Giraldo, I'm not name dropping, but he's
That's
the one
a
that
big
told
name
me
drop. I'm just kidding.
I was opening for him and Jim Pompa. I was the opener, and he told me, "Nah, I know the guy." He goes, he was like the name you use when something went back to your gig. Like, in Kingpin, I'm Gun Munson.
Got Munson in the
Right,
middle
I
of
got
nowhere.
Munson.
Yeah.
What happened, bro? They Peter Fogel me, bro.
Oh my God.
What happened? I got Peter Fogel at that gig, bro.
Shut me down. You got
I
phone?
didn't know that, but I do remember the incident and that he had to go to court.
Yeah. He was,
I forgot it was Peter. I blocked him out.
he was on
he
the
was
floor.
a regular here too.
He was on the floor laying down, and Willie kept performing.
Oh.
Knocked him out, then
Knocked
performed.
him out.
Fuck.
And of course, Willie just stepped over him and just
Yeah.
did his jokes like nothing happened. That's amazing.
At least when the guy knocked out Peanut in the back, he just left.
Oh yeah, Peanut got knocked out here by was a rando, right? Or was it a?
There's some dude that Peanut owed money to or something. I just remember I had been yelling at Peanut as Darnell Valentine, my alter ego. And then next thing you know, Peanut gets knocked out, and people are like, "Hey, Darnell, man, what happened with Peanut?" I'm like, "What?" And I walk out back, and they're like helping Peanut up. And then somehow someone, I think Don Barris or someone was like, "Well, Rick Ingraham, he was there the whole time." So then Peanut kept calling me and be like, "Hey, man, I need you to come to court and testify. You saw this guy do it." I'm like, I wasn't there. Could you come testify anyway? I'm like, I'm not testifying in court.
Could you come testify?
What are you talking
Poor
about?
Peanut, the sweetest.
Just do a quick set for me. Come
He's
on.
an Uber driver. Want to see
Yeah.
the Peanut dance? No, I need to get to my destination. He's doing the Peanut dance. Motherfucker's got his beads on. I
Peanut.
love Peanut. He's so stupid.
I love when David Tell referenced him. He's like, lots of people have comedy fathers. They say George Carlin inspired them. For me, it's always been Peanut. I was like, that's so great that David Tell knows who Peanut
He's
is.
in on it. He's
Yeah.
in on the joke. Wait, so you had a showcase 6 times, 6 weeks in a row?
Like 8.
I don't know why I'm bringing back, but that's a weird thing.
I
Were the times more?
Was
it 3
Mitzi,
minutes?
was
6
Mitzi
minutes?
there, or she just
She
kept
was
not showing
there.
up?
Yeah,
Damn.
she would come in.
She
If it
gave
was
me-
98,
she gave me-
she was driving
She
it.
gave me 3-3-3 and then 10 and then 3
yeah.
again.
Okay, because she used to
Oh,
up
3-3-3,
the times.
3-3-4-5-10, and then she said call in for spots.
I love it.
That was
And-
good because I was like, I'm out. I'm about to come back again. But then she like, call in.
Call in. You're great.
I called in a couple of times, but it was one of those times where there was like too many big shots.
Of course.
Because I remember like getting bumped, like
Diaz,
bump.
Griffin.
Oh yeah, Eddie Griffin went up and did 4 hours before me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what he was doing
Carlos.
when I first showed
Then
up.
Freeze Love, one time he showed up.
My favorite.
And then he said, "Who's next?" And then it goes me on Felipe. Sorry. And then he did another 2 hours.
But Freeze Love?
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't have that privilege. That's amazing that he took it.
Yeah, he did. He went really long, so I got to watch his whole act. It was funny.
Oh, he's amazing. He was hilarious.
He got me in here.
funny.
He got Rick in here.
I'm only here
He
'cause of
had a lot of
Freeze.
people in here.
Pretty much. I stood when I got bumped by Dice, or we all got bumped. I just stood and watched the whole show. It was like a free show for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't know, like, if
That's
Eddie
a
Griffin was
great
gonna fall off the
attitude.
desk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just kept getting drunker and drunker, and
That's when he was
Yes.
driving that dented up NSX.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot about that. He would come in with a whole clan of people, a whole tribe of people. I probably shouldn't say clan, but you know what I mean.
And then
Whole-
he's up there like, I remember he was up there like, I don't want to say complaining, but you're already famous. He goes,
Yeah.
nobody's to fuck with this little man. Nobody's to fuck with me. The Wayans didn't fuck with me. My Lawrence didn't fuck with me. The only guy who fucked with me was a Dice Man. Took me to do the Madison Square Garden show.
He took him. Yeah, he took him to Philadelphia, and I remember the story. I'm trying to get Eddie on, but he's in Vegas too all the time. But Dice,
I won't make it in for that
yes,
episode.
you will. Dice, yeah, because these guys had to deal with him on a different level.
I
he
couldn't-
didn't break my balls as much, but he kind of respected me because I was Mitzi's assistant, so I had a little bit of a.
Yeah, I can't deal with someone who is a compulsive liar.
Oh, he's
completely
a total
full of
compulsive
shit.
liar. And I'd be like, he'd lie to my face. I'm like, dude, I was there. That didn't happen. Like, but I just let it go because it was Eddie. He would just talk shit. But Dice took him to Philadelphia and he was like, Pack, we're going tomorrow, whatever. So Eddie was like, okay. And he's like, young. He came, Andrew said he had like maybe a brown paper bag. And he was like, where's your luggage? And he's like, this is it. Like had a
Smooth.
toothbrush, deodorant, and soap.
Was that
he
when
had no clothes. They
Was
were
that
going
when
to
he was
Philadelphia.
living in his car?
I think so, because they were going to Philadelphia and it was fucking freezing. Andrew had to take him to get clothes. So they went shopping the first day in Philadelphia on South Street.
Yeah.
That's how he had to open. He had no clothes he was just going to wear his shorts and his T-shirt. He didn't have a jacket. He didn't have shit.
I saw some interview someone posted online, maybe like 5 or 6 months ago, of Eddie talking about opening for Dice and how he crushed so hard that Dice had a hard time following him, and then he's
He
going
did
on.
do well, though.
And he's
he
like,
said.
Yeah, I'm his oldest son's godfather. A lot of people don't know that.
I'm like,
that's a blatant
Godfather? I didn't know Jewish people had godfathers.
Jews don't.
I saw Max. I'm like, Max, you have a godfather? He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, no, I just
What's
wanted
the
to know.
Godfather? I saw that movie. No.
Not that
Not
one.
what it is.
Out of his fucking mind.
What? So when you got passed, did you get spots all the time? How long did you work here?
I worked for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I couldn't deal with that ladder.
Oh,
I thought it was too
fuck
fat.
yeah.
It was wobbly.
You're
Yeah.
not too fat. You're
And
just
the-
human.
Yeah, and then like Chewy, right? The big Mexican dude with the
Hey,
fucking coveralls.
Chewy.
He
Odd
goes,
job.
What's going
Yeah.
on? Chewy Castro.
"Hey, I don't know."
Hey, bro.
I'll hold the ladder for you, eh? So he's holding the ladder for me, still shaking. I said, "Listen, I'm not thinking I'm gonna come back tomorrow."
Chewy's all coked up.
Yeah, I
Fucking
don't think I'm gonna
jaws
come back
going.
tomorrow, man.
Yeah, and the weight thing has always persisted because I was so skinny that no matter where I was working, it always came, you're going to have to change the sign tonight. Why? I'm too
I
fat.
started hating comedian with long names doing that.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I would do the names with these motherfuckers.
I can't fit that on
Gotta
there.
get a fucking nickname, man.
Yeah. That's what Mitzi would give people nicknames if the names were too
No.
long. Campy.
This John Campy now.
Yeah, John Caparillo used to call him Campy. Just put Campy, and he'd be like, "Who the fuck is Campy?"
Fat
He's like,
baby.
Night of
baby.
1,000 Guidos.
Fat Baby was Joe
Yep.
Diaz. She called him
Fat
Fat
Baby.
Baby. Yeah. Night of 1,000 Guidos was an awful show that we used to have. She used to make me put the fucking Italian, like
The
picnic paper.
checkered.
Yeah, like it used to
picnic
make
table?
me put it on every table in the main room. Do you understand
Classic.
what that is? I'd have Freddy Soto. Corey would help because Corey was the talent. His wife was the talent coordinator at the time. So we would put all those on every day. Every time we had the stupid night of 1,000 Guidos.
I remember she was trying to do a Latino night at the one in Ohio? La Jolla. And then Marilyn did it. Me and Marilyn drove, and Gabriel Iglesias drove together. We get there. The sign said Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Only 3 Mexicans performing.
Yes.
It was us and Frank Manzano from San Diego.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Just the other day.
She was.
Got him down.
Remember that guy?
Wow. Yeah, I forgot he existed.
Today I took over the Alamo. That gift shop will never be the same.
Motherfucker.
Dude, we had some weird characters down
Gabriel
there.
and I thought that we were going to kill this guy, like with comedy. Like I thought, we're going to just blow him off the water.
Yeah.
Good.
We thought, we were young,
Yeah.
cocky. We could just blow the motherfucker away.
We're going to kill this guy.
We didn't.
He knew what he was
He
doing.
had a long set. We had 10 minutes to do it. This guy just stood up there for 45 minutes, just doing one-liner after one-liner.
Quick like that.
At first, they were scared of him. Who the fuck is this guy? Then by 10 minutes, 15 minutes in, they were loving him.
Love it. I remember that guy.
He taught us how to tip.
Taco Tuesday.
He taught us how to tip. Before, I never tipped anywhere. I mean, nowhere.
Really?
I mean, when I was doing open mic at the Natural Fudge,
That just angered me, but yes.
the waitress came up to my table and goes, you guys got a tip, right? We're bringing you guys nachos, food. You guys giving me a dime. And I was like, you want a dime? I don't know. I've never eaten at a restaurant.
But you never worked in the food industry
Never
either.
worked at a never been to a restaurant where all my food been fast food.
Sure.
My food has never been brought to me in my life up until then.
Wow.
Damn.
So we're eating. They brought us Chinese food in La Jolla, and then I got up to leave. He goes, hey, what are you guys doing? We're done eating, bro. What the fuck? What else is there to do? You gotta leave a tip. Come on. And he goes, no, man. You gotta start breaking. You guys gotta break the stereotype, man. They say Mexicans don't tip. You guys gotta start tipping. So ever since then, we've been tipping.
I wouldn't say Mexicans don't tip. I would say foreigners didn't tip. Like
Japanese don't tip.
Yeah, it didn't in their country.
Very specific. I like that.
It wasn't on there.
It's not normal in Europe either.
In Europe,
You
it's
just-
included.
It's included, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
a lot
you
of
just pay their people more, so
a lot
the
of
price
people
on the
didn't
menu is
know.
larger.
Yeah, so that I always give people the benefit of the doubt, but waiting tables so long. When I go to a restaurant, I mean, I tip like crazy.
Me too.
I'm terrible. I tip like I'm gonna have to go back to waiting tables tomorrow.
I worked at Chili's down in Torrance, and our clientele was mostly black people, and I always
now
tell
that's
people,
a stereotype that exists.
yeah, I feel like they got their reformations just from not tipping me ever. I mean, I had like a party of like 12, and they would leave me like whatever the change was left over from be like $185.60, and I'd get back, and there would just be 40
And you work harder with that table than any other table.
Any other
Fuck yeah.
Come on, man. Where's my water?
Yeah,
Water,
No,
the
it wasn't
coffee's
that.
not hot.
It was
the
always,
food's not
and it was
hot.
always white boy. That was always my
my
name. White boy, you get some more strawberry lemonades. I'd be like, God damn it. I'm not
Or
getting
the
tips.
main room we had Fat Tuesday. They used to call me Susie Chapstick. I'm like, that's gonna stop right now, bitch. I'm from
Susie
South Philly.
Chapstick.
I'll fight this whole fucking room. Don't get me crazy. And then I would one up them, and then they would chill, and then I became their favorite. And one of my regulars was Warren G. That was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
And he would over tip, right?
He was
would
a regulator,
over-tip.
so he handled it.
Yeah, that was my boy. So he
Mount
would
up.
over tip me, right? And one time he had this like entourage of girls with him. And this was when Fat Tuesday was in the belly room, right? So I would take care of him, make sure he had a seat because you could barely get in there. That we had to move it to the main room because it was jam packed. So I'd get him a seat, make sure he was taken care of, get him his drinks. And he gave me like a $50 tip. And as I was walking away, I was like, damn. Warren G took care of me, but he bought all these drinks, right? So I was about to walk down the back steps, and the girl was like, "Excuse me, come here for a second." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, yeah, he said he wanted his change back." I'm like, "Who?" She's like, "Warren. We're with Warren." And they all looked at me and they were like, yeah, we're with Warren. So I was like, okay. So I gave her the $50 back, and then I pulled him aside. I go, hey, did you want me to give those girls $50? He goes, what girls? And I go, those guys. He went over and he fucking regulated.
Damn.
Bitches.
Yeah, handle your women.
Gave me 100.
Yeah.
That was my boy. I was like, fuck, what?
She got $50 worth of beating that
These
night.
hoes was trying to take money out. I was like,
$50?
I will fight all for you.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
I would have thrown gonorrhea all over him.
It was so like hot and sticky in that fucking belly room. That's why I waited for the show. And then I went back and asked him, but it was like I wanted to get him to the side. You know what I mean? Because you disrupt the show in the belly room if you talk to anybody.
I felt like the audience that shows, the guy Tori shows for Fat Tuesday, I felt like the audience wanted to be famous too.
Oh my God.
Like, really?
It was a big show for them.
I got to roll
You're
out.
lit?
I got to
All
do my
right.
spot.
Tear it up.
Yes,
Tear
sir.
it up, Ricky. We'll close it up. How long have we been on here? I don't even know.
We're at an hour and 10 minutes.
All right. Have a good set. Me and Felipe will wrap it up. Thank you, Danny. Do you remember Danny, Felipe?
Yeah.
Freddy. That's right.
No, I remember him hanging out with Freddy a lot.
Yeah. Freddy. I keep him in my pocket every night, so we perform every night together.
I actually keep him up in my sound booth.
You have him up there too, yeah. This is getting beat up, man. I got to get a new one.
Oh wow! I saw.
It's been in here forever.
I went to Olvera Street for Day of the Dead.
Oh yeah, sure.
Day of the Dead.
November 1st.
Yeah, it was Day of the Dead there, and I saw Prince Corey there.
Princess Corey, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was right after, huh?
And then
oh my God, I remember that. And she bought a statue. I was furious with her. Yeah. She spent like $350. I'm like, Corey, but she was still in shock.
It was like Day of the Dead, and they were like, because I guess on the Day of the Dead, when you're like Catholic and you're Latino,
yeah, especially Latino Catholic.
you got to put a photo of the dead person you love with the candles and his favorite food or whatever it is. And she had her own. She had made her own little. I don't know what they call it when someone dies and you put candles.
Yeah, like not a seance, but like a little memorial.
Yeah,
maybe.
She made a memorial for Freddy at Olvera Street. And
I
she
hope
was
it had
there,
turkey.
And she was there all day with
Cruz. Yeah,
with Cruz. And
Cruz will be 15 this month.
And she still has his. But at that time, she still had his phone.
Yeah, because it was he died July 10th, and she went. I was yelling at her for going to that. She's like, "Oh, I'm going." I'm like, "Okay, fine, go." You know. But she stayed there all day.
All day.
I remember. And I didn't know about the food thing, but Freddie's favorite food was turkey. I don't know why. But he would be like, damn, I miss turkey. I'm like, I don't even know what that... You could get turkey anywhere. He goes, nah, you can only eat it on Thanksgiving. Like, Thanksgiving and Christmas. That was his shit. So, but yeah, I remember she went, and his family was here. His mom and dad were here. And they didn't even go because they were too not doing well with it. So... Yeah, she's fucking nutty butters. But she bought that statue for like $350. I'm like, Corey, you're fucking broke. You know, we're trying to raise money because Dice and Caparillo and I think Rick went and Steve Simone, Steve Renazizi. Who else went? Ralphie May, maybe? They did a big benefit in El Paso. It was Dice's first time in El Paso. And they went and they got they raised like $100,000.
Damn.
Yeah, and that was a lot. And then they put it in like funds and shit for Cruz, so that while Corey's figuring it out, so Cruz doesn't have to worry about school. But luckily, they live over like Eagle Rock, so they went to some good schools. Cruz goes to some cool schools.
How old is she now?
She's gonna be 15 this month.
Wow,
that's crazy, right? Yeah.
How old is she?
Corey? She's probably like 44.
No, how old is she doing?
Oh, how is she? I thought you said, how old is she? I was like, wait, I just said Corey's age. Yeah. She'll kill me. She'll hit me she'll beat me up with a tiara. She's good. I don't talk to her as much as I used to because as I said, I started doing comedy and I travel so much. And, but I try to text with them as much as possible. But the last time I talked to her, she was good, you know. She's so involved with Cruz and she does fashion stuff. So that helps, you know. She makes good money renting out costumes and shit. Like all that shit Freddy used to break her balls for buying. Yeah. She rents it out now. Cool. And she makes decent money. Not killer, but like, you know, she does okay. I think. But right now, Cruz is with his family in El Paso. So that's good because she gets to go.
His father passed away, right?
His father passed away 4 years after Freddy died on Freddy's birthday.
Wow.
How fucking weird is that? He got to see me do stand-up in the belly room. And at this point, he had that voice box because he had the cancer bad, you know? So he had the voice box, and he was like, hey. Like, he could barely speak. And I was, like, fucking bawling, you know? Because I'm like, no, Mr. Soto. Like, we were all so close. And when he would come visit, that was my favorite. Like, we would laugh for hours, man. Regardless. Johnny Sanchez was like, you're going to give yourself an aneurysm fucking performing to 8 people as your dad, getting so crazy. Because he would get so animated.
I don't remember when the day after Freddy passed, like there was so many people at the store, and I passed by, and I wanted to hang out too, but I had just fallen off the wagon, and then when I looked over, I saw Johnny Sanchez in a tank top, kind of buzz, regulating, and I said, "This looks like trouble if I stay here." Because if Johnny starts something, I'm gonna have to help him, and he's gonna get crazy. So I just kept going and went home.
How long have you been sober?
I stopped drinking, and I stopped drinking in 2009. Drugs, all that stuff, but I still smoke weed.
Okay.
But I stopped in 2009. I stopped doing coke and
I feel like weed,
Oxycontin and all that stuff.
Oh wow, you were there.
Xanax.
Fuck. Yeah, Xanax is a big one. I took one once. My ex used to have the little football things. Is that the Xanax? Or
Yeah, you cut it in pieces.
Yeah. So I took one, maybe a little piece or something, and he was like, yeah, you got to chill out, so take this, you know, this will help. And I'm like, I don't do drugs, you know. I don't even like to swallow Advil. Like, I'm afraid of shit like that, and it hurts my stomach. So I was like, I don't give a I was so stressed out. I was like, I'm gonna take it. I slept for 16 hours.
Wow.
I'm like the worst drug addict, but the best if you want to roofie me, because I'll be out for like a while and I don't feel shit. So have at it. I'm kidding. That came out wrong. But no, it was just like, he was like, fuck. And then I did Australia with Dice. We went for a month over there, and that's a 15-hour flight. So I was like, hey, give me one of those things. They had to wake me up when we landed. I slept the whole way. They were
Awesome.
like, bitch, get up. I'm like, oh shit. I was all groggy for like 2 days. But that's the only time I ever took it, those 2 times. I can see how people get addicted, though.
Yeah. The only time I did Xanax was when I was doing coke. Like, I would do like 2 bumps.
Level it?
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what leveling it. Some guy just gave it to me. He goes, bro, after a while, you're going to take the Xanax. Then after I realized, okay, the Xanax is keeping me alive right now then.
Ah, interesting way to look at it. But I think you're right. Because, yeah, that's what...
It was like mellow.
Yeah.
But Xanax alone would have killed me too. So the coke was keeping me from dying from Xanax. And the Xanax would keep me from dying from coke.
That's insane. But, like, people always
I was
ask...
playing with the devil, cocksucker.
You can't play with the devil. You shake hands with him. You can't hang out with him that much. I can't believe Joey's sober. Like, I love that Joey's clean. Like, the years I knew Joey, he was... looking for a way to get what he needed.
Yeah,
if
man.
you will.
Take me to Dante.
Drop a name.
Take me to Dante. The Martel Cartel.
Oh my God.
Take me to Compadres. I gotta talk to the mariachi.
All those motherfuckers. And Freddy would be like, let's go to El Compadre. I'm like, Freddy, I hate El Compadre.
I didn't know what was going on at El Compadre.
Either.
I thought we were going there for chips. I realized I'm the only one that's eating here.
He would go, just order your Mexican grilled cheese. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm the one eating chips. And I realized nobody eats here.
No. Me and Corey and you were the only ones eating. We're like, this isn't that great. I don't know why he likes to come here.
The food is not that good. And then Joe Diaz told me, no, you got to talk to the guitar player.
Yes.
You give him a 20. He's playing a little song. A little bag comes out. When I was partying, Joey didn't know that I was doing like a lot of blow at the same time that he was doing blow. So I was hanging out with him one night, and I thought that we're both gonna score, right? So he goes to buy his shit, and I'm thinking, I want to buy some too.
Yeah.
But I didn't speak up. I was quiet.
Oh.
So we go to a compadre. Joe Diaz takes out a bag out of nowhere. He opens it up, puts the straw inside, and does a whole fucking thing.
Jesus.
A whole 20 bag. Goes by a burrito across the street. and eats it right after. I guess there was no Xanax, I guess. So.
Yeah, he used
Like,
something else. He used a burrito.
That's
to
when I
level
knew
it
that
out.
the food isn't that good, because he could have ordered a burrito at Compadre.
He went across the street.
He went across the street from the
Motherfucker.
truck.
Holy shit.
Like, who does blow and eats a burrito?
I have a friend, he would do blow and he'd go to sleep. I'm like, what the fuck? You're doing it wrong. Like, that's not what it's supposed to do. All my friends I hung out with always did it. I was always around it, but I never tried it. I never even smoked weed. But I think I'm like an addict. Like, I smoked a cigarette when I was 9 and it took me 21 years to quit. And then I did like iced tea. I'm addicted. Totally fucking addicted. Like, if I don't have it, I will fucking kill somebody.
Unsweetened or sweetened?
Sweetened, naturally.
Lemon tea or southern tea?
Lemon.
See, I didn't know there was southern tea till I went to the
Yes.
south. That shit is sweet.
That's a little. I got it. I worked in Kansas City. I was working at Stanford and Sons.
I know, I've been there.
Oh yeah, it's a great place. They took me to this little spot, this little barbecue spot on the Missouri side, and I was like, I'm gonna get a sweet tea because I love tea so much. But that was like the whole bag of sugar in a cup, and then some tea. And I was like, fuck. Like, and I drank it too because I don't give a shit. But I was like, oh, this is fuck. My tongue was swollen after. I was like, this is bad. And then the barbecue was okay.
So you headlining places?
Yeah, I was headlining at Stanford and Sons.
What's the name of the owner?
Craig. Fuck is his last name? He's so funny. He's got some stories, bro.
He's
Have you
still
read his
married?
book? No. He wrote a book. It was optioned for a movie. Like, he's trying to sell it.
He still has those newspaper clippings of him being a vigilante.
A vigilante that was robbing drug dealers. Yeah, that's
Did
the
you know
greatest book, though.
Did he ever tell you that when he went to court, that all those, so they tried to subpoena all those comedians?
No.
No, he went to court. When he went
Like
to court.
all the comedians that work for him?
Yeah. He went to court and he said that a lot of names started popping up, you know, like I guess they were trying to get him. And I don't know that they came up because to say that he was doing bad or to help his case, that he was a good guy.
Oh, I see what you mean. Like, I helped this comic. Yeah. No, I don't remember. I can't think of his last name. Rick, that was Rick's home club. So he does him a lot. He does a great impression of him. And there's 3 brothers. One of them was killed in a car accident about 4 or 5 years ago. So everything went to shit. They have moved the club. Now it's in the middle of this big mall. It's not like in the prime spot where it was before.
Next to the club in the bottom, right?
Not anymore. That was the exciting one. I can't think of where they called it. They called it something. I can't remember. But he said that it was there for a long time, and that's when it was bumping. It was really hot.
I remember Chris Reed from Kid and Play did that club.
Sure.
And he's an African American, right? But
Really?
he said that club, the club downstairs, he goes, man, bro, it turned into a ludicrous concert down there.
Yeah, he used to have all those guys
Packed.
He said he ran a black club. He goes and he used
Packed.
He used
No
to get
hats
in
allowed,
trouble.
though.
Yeah.
No hats, no jerseys.
Yep. That's how they think they regulate things.
Yeah.
Guy Tori used to have to do that here on Fat Tuesday. He used to put implement a dress code so that he could eliminate certain aspects. He thought. I was like, there was still a shooting.
It doesn't change nothing because now we have well-dressed thugs in here.
Sure, yeah. They're just covering up their tattoos with linen.
Yes.
They got a linen button-up shirt and everything's, you could still see they're still fighting. It was still some fights. We only had one shootout with Guy. And that was Tupac's people. Oopsie.
I remember I was walking and I saw somebody told me that Louis Farrakhan's son was there.
Oh, okay.
And
At the store?
At the store.
Oh, wow.
At the Fat Tuesday. And then he came in a Ferrari, a red Ferrari. And I remember like his bodyguards, they're called Fruit of Islam.
Yeah.
They're the ones that killed Malcolm X, the Fruit of Islam. His bodyguards showed up. Like, there were 6'5" bodyguards. And they stopped Sunset from moving. So
Shut
Farrakhan's
up.
son can get out.
That's insane.
Like they treated him like a political figure. Like those guys came out and stopped both traffic, and they waited for the caravan to go out, and then the Ferrari after them. Then all the bodyguards drove out like he was like the president of the United States.
In a fucking Ferrari. Like, that's the part that's angering me more than stopping the traffic.
Yeah,
because
like,
those people were supposed to be like, for, you know, we're all equal, this, you know what I'm saying? Like, religious, right? Aren't they? Muslim.
And I'm thinking, wow, man, that's a lot of fucking bean pies they fucking sold. A lot of papers for this fool to have a Ferrari.
That's too many bean pies. That's what I'm saying. He's stealing the beans. that was supposed to be like kind of humbled, living regular people is what the few I've spoken to.
Yeah, that Ferrari could have served a lot of breakfast for inner city kids.
Oh yeah, that's like the Vatican. I always get mad at the Vatican because it's such a big, you know, and there's so many. It's so expensive to keep the upkeep. I mean, I get it. It's beautiful and there's churches, but it can be kind of taken.
They're their own government, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
I know. I read in a paper.
Are you Catholic?
Yeah,
oh,
I
okay.
read on the internet that they stopped accepting cash at the Vatican because so much counterfeit.
Oh.
So everything is card now. They have ATMs.
Well, now they can track it better. So yeah, everything has to be like that. There's so many places that don't accept cash. I wish we did that during Fat Tuesday. Every other Tuesday I would have like $100 in fake fives. I'm like, what the fuck? Who's doing fives? God damn it. Yeah, I'm checking hundreds like something's happening. And then all the girls were fucked because it was like somebody was doing fives for a while.
And still didn't tip well with fives, huh?
No, it was
fucking
still
cheap motherfucker.
The five covered the drink.
See, people don't understand, man. When and I always talk about it in my act, when you have fake fives, fake 20s, don't use that on waitresses. That's a waste, man. Those girls work hard. You want to get rid of fake fives? Go to a strip bar.
Those girls work hard too.
She's dancing and shit. The $5 turning into a peso.
That's amazing.
I can see the ink coming down her leg.
Oh. Have you done Diaz's podcast? I feel like you two would be ridiculous together. I've done Joey's a couple times, but I feel like you two would just.
I do the wild Joe Diaz, like, you know what, cocksucker.
Yeah.
And Rodrigo Torres, my co-pilot on the podcast, he does the calm Joe Diaz. Let me tell you, bro.
Oh, I love that Joe
He does
Diaz.
that Joe Diaz.
When he's mellow.
Yeah, he does the good
out.
mellow Joe Diaz. I could do the loud, the guy that wants to fuck you. You know what, man? If I fucking see you cap right now, it's gonna be over, cocksucker. But he does the, and bro, bro.
That's so funny. His multi-personality.
1975, bro. 1975,
Yeah.
I can't do the calm one. He does the good calm one.
Yeah.
He does the eyes, bro. And
my brother Tommy, he listens to my podcast. He listens to a lot of like stuff with comics, and he's like, "Hey, who's that guy?" He's like, "I think he's Mexican," and this is so white of him to say. I think he's Mexican, but he's a drug addict, and he's from Jersey. And I'm like, I have no idea who you're talking about, right? And I'm just like, Mexican drug addict, Jersey. And then Joe Diaz told me, I know he's from Jersey, but I just think of him as New York, like because he's from Newark, like he's not Newark, North Bergen,
yeah.
But it's north. It's way close. It's 10 minutes outside of Manhattan. So I'm like, oh, wait, what? And then I realized, oh shit, it's Joe Diaz. He's not a drug dealer. He's Cuban, and he's. He's not a drug addict anymore, whatever. But yeah.
I was caught in a tuna net.
But every time he calls this radio station, my brother hears him and he tells these old crazy stories of fucking doing drugs. So Tommy thought he's still a drug addict. I'm like, no. He's sober. He's crazy, but he's fucking hilarious. Yeah, he's Cuban, right? Yeah,
he's
Cuban. I love Joe Diaz. We did Philly together. I featured for him. So it was just me and him. So it was like a cold kind of open. Nobody, like I just go out, do 30, and then he just went out and killed. My friends loved him. They were like, oh, fuck, this guy's great. Like I had a lot of people come to see me, and then they were like, oh, because usually I'm with Dal Myrera, and that's like a South Philly guy. They know what to expect. But Joe Diaz, they were like, what the fuck was that? We love that. My brother Billy was trying to get him to go out and party. I'm like, no, he's staying here. Calm down. Anyway, thank you so much for
having
this.
me.
Yeah. So, are you gonna? I love working with you here. Like, I love that we did that all things
that was awesome,
comedy,
huh?
and then
killed it, man.
Thank you, man. So much fun. I have to perform through Freddy, kind of. So I feel like I'm helping him keep it out there, if you will. But yeah, I love doing stand-up. It's 10 years. I've been doing it over 10 years now. So
I thought you were doing it for a long time.
No.
You were up there killing it like a
Thank
person
you.
that's been doing it forever.
No, just I mean, I'm lucky because I get to go out with Dice on the road a lot, and sometimes it pays to sleep around. So, but he takes me everywhere, and his crowds are the hardest. So I feel like I got a crazy boot camp coming in.
Yeah.
And so it was like kill or be killed, and I just stayed up, you know. So I didn't get killed.
I run in. That's good, man. That's good. You're doing well. 'Cause you are funny.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you.
'Cause you and Rick killed on that show.
Oh, Rick's
I love you.
fucking
I like his
best,
crowd work.
Oh yeah, he's
killing it. And then you went up and like, because usually like it's been a while, you know, like when you see like a lot of okay, is she gonna kill? But yeah, you killed. I knew you were going to kill, but I had to see it myself.
Yeah, that was a good crowd too, though, and I love that the podcast does that. Like the All Things Comedy does that. I think it's a monthly show where they just have different people that have a podcast on their network come in, and they all do stand up. Like Bill Burr, I think the first time he did it, and the first time they did it, and they called me, they were like, "Hey, you want to be on the show? It's All Things, and Bill's going to be on it," and I was like, "Fuck." I was working on the Kid Rock cruise, and so I was like, shit, I'm thinking I can't cancel my Kid Rock cruise just to work with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
But I was so excited that he was going to be on it. But then when they did it, and we got to do it, it was all us, so it was good. It was like Ari, because Shafir is a Comedy Store guy forever and ever, and I love that his thing is on All Things Comedy.
And the Comedy Store podcast is on what network?
We're on All Things Comedy.
All Things Comedy,
well.
awesome.
Yeah, that's why we all
cool.
You know, every time they call and change up the people because there's so many. You guys are on All Things.
Yes, we film every Wednesday.
What's the name of yours? What's Up
Fool podcast. This week we have Ahmed.
Oh, I love Ahmed.
Ahmed la colita.
Ahmed la colita.
Remember that song? A mover la colita. That song. No. He will come in and say, Ahmed, a mover la colita.
Why does everybody sing to him? I always sing to him, Ahmed, I said, to no one.
Rock me Amadeus. Rock me Amadeus.
I always sing to Ahmed. I love him. Ahmed's great. So you have every week, every Wednesday yours comes out? Okay. Ours is Thursday. I think we have Natasha Leggera last week.
We had her last week too.
Oh my God, that's awesome! Yeah, they're trying to promote the
honeymoon tour.
Yeah, so that's cool. Yeah, and Natasha plays Dice's girlfriend on his show.
Oh,
so yeah, so I love it. Was promoting Dice too, technically, because it starts August 20th. The show comes out.
I saw Dice briefly in Miami when they were doing the Miami Improv.
Oh, okay.
Before they closed, me and Rodrigo, we got there the day before. So we went to go check him out, and man,
who was opening? Was it Rick?
It was some white dude. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Who's from Florida? I think I don't know his name.
Oh, okay. It could have been one of the Ernst brothers. Not Brett. The other one, Keith.
I don't know.
His name.
Yeah, weed. And then
how long ago?
Oh man, it was like 4 years ago or 3.
Oh, okay. It could have been Florentine too, Jim Florentine.
And he went up there, man. It was a packed show because he did Miami one night. I guess it was like his off night, so he had it off. It was him by himself. Then after that, he went to Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, I remember
casino,
that.
The Hard Rock. So he just did one nighter. Man, it was awesome. You know, it was like I seen him perform here, but just trying out stuff.
Yeah,
I never seen the full Dice Man set, and I remember, man, I'm getting the goosebumps talking about it because it was exciting, man. And when he started, he brought some guy on stage. You trying to get laid with that fucking sweater? That fucking sweater says "keep off, bitches." Whatever. Right? He kept making fun of this guy on stage, and then when he got to the nursery rhymes, the whole fucking place stood up, and I was like a fucking kid again, right?
Yeah.
You know, hickory, hey, whatever, right? And then we were all doing it, man. I tweeted the next day, man. It goes, if you guys haven't seen a Dice Man lately, fuck you guys. It's the best show I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I love it.
And it was like being at a fucking summer camp with a bunch of fucking drunk adults.
Dude, and when they get into those rhymes, they're like kids again.
Yes.
They're like, hickory, dickory, dock. I mean, they verbatim.
He turned us into groupies again.
Yeah.
We were waiting for him backstage. I was like looking for him, trying to get a handshake. He goes, oh, he's not going to come out right now, man. He's going to get a towel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he would have came out knowing you're a comic.
So
and
tell
stuff.
him we say he had an awesome set, but we'll talk to him next time then.
Yeah, anytime. I mean, he would love you. That's anytime young comics come, he gets excited. You know, like, hey, oh, that's awesome. You like me still. Like he's used to being like people that you fucking bumped me, man. You bumped me for an hour. You know, people yell at him. But I love that you took it like, oh, I get a free show. Fuck
I get
it.
a free Dive Man show. I get a free Eddie Griffin show.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn something here.
And you did, man, because you're fucking hilarious.
I just waited.
If so fun, always been funny.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm glad. I'm thrilled that you came and did this. Thank you so much. What's your social media?
I'm at felipesworld.com. FELIPESWORD world. felipesworld.com. What's Up Food podcast. I have an HBO special
coming out
September
right?
30.
I'm excited about
I
that.
DIY it.
Okay.
We sold it to them and they bought it. You know.
Yeah, it's Claude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good guy, by the way.
I heard great things.
He's a good
podcast.
guy, man. He's a good guy. So I'm excited about that.
He said it looks great. You were great. So I'm really thrilled for that.
It's called Translate This.
Fucking check that out because you guys will love that. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Felipe.
me. Eleanor and Rick Ingraham.
Yes, Rick. I can't do a Rick impression. So Rick's upstairs. Rick's upstairs shitting on people in the main room. So thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, fool.
Thank you, fool.